In 2006, me, Tom and a few other friends and family got together to make a Doctor Who series. These episodes can't be aired on the YouTube channel because they're missing, they're damaged, we didn't finish them, and they're kind of embarrassing. So I'm doing a short video explaining 5 episodes, hopefully in under 5 minutes. Episode 1 took place in Paris. The Doctor landed the TARDIS and then met an old friend. Him and this friend looked around the area and then started to investigate because they heard a scream and they were wondering what's going on. Then they saw someone get chased, so they followed. Then they asked the person who was doing the chasing to take me to your leader. When we were kids, it sounded alright. Now it sounds a little weird. A random person on the street, why would they have a leader? So they took us to their leader, and it turned out to be a Cyberman. A Cyberman that was using hearts to build up energy because it was damaged and injured. Luckily, Ben came to the rescue and saved the Doctor because Ben had gone off investigating. The Doctor had chased after that woman by himself. And they went back to Ben's little hut, or base. And Ben gave the Doctor this kind of machine, which allows you to teleport. The Doctor went back to try and find out what was going on with the Cybermen. He went there in disguise. Ben was captured, and they were going to upgrade him. But then the Doctor tried to stop the baddies. Sadly, Ben's arm was put inside the machine and it was amputated and replaced with a Cyberman arm. This infected his heart, his mind, it changed his soul. He couldn't control anything. He had no control over his body. So the people chased after the Doctor and he used the teleport to escape. Then he tried to go back and find Ben. But then they captured him and they were about to execute him. He was nailed down and they had a gun, they were about to shoot him, and then Ben pushed the woman with the gun out of the way. The bullet hit the person behind the Doctor, and the Doctor was ready to leave. But the Doctor said no, because Ben wasn't human anymore. He was part Cyberman. Ben was quite angry and he wanted revenge. The Doctor had ran off, leaving Ben injured, with a cyber arm and explosions going on everywhere. Episode 2 took place about a year afterwards. The episode begins through the eyes of a young girl called Jessie Harper. Ben is around trying to stop the Doctor. He's working with Torchwood to try and find the Doctor. Why Torchwood is bad, I don't know. We'll probably find out in the film. Then the girl meets the Doctor, and he's posing as a repairman. He comes in to repair a computer that's faulty. Then, Jessie's co-worker, Keith, is asked to come into the boss's office. It turns out the boss isn't who she says she is. She is an alien from another planet, and she takes him and takes all his insides out and stuffs it full of machinery, and he becomes a robot that looks human. Jessie pops off to the toilet and then bumps into Keith again. Keith wants to show her something that he's found, and then he finds the blue box. Jessie remembers seeing it when she was walking to work earlier. Then the Doctor comes in to rescue her because Keith's about to kill her. They get inside the blue box and she's surprised that it's big on the inside, like most companions. Then the TARDIS takes off and lands close to where Jessie lives. Then Jessie and the Doctor head to her house. Then he uses Jessie's computer to hack into the network. The alien boss sends a robot after the Doctor and Jessie. It knocks on the door and Jessie's mum answers, and then it tries to kill her. Jessie goes to try and help her mum, and the Doctor then, very last few seconds before Jessie and her mum are about to be killed, the Doctor disables all the robots using a machine that he has. The robots blow up, the alien leaves, and the Doctor asks Jessie if she'd like to come with him. So then they leave on their adventure. Episode 3. Episode 3, the Doctor asks where does Jessie want to go. She says 100 years in the future. But the TARDIS takes 100 years back because the TARDIS is damaged. It also looks like this. A cabinet. Very weird. We were young. We thought it looked cool. Sorry. And they start looking around and they meet a farmer. And the farmer has a daughter called Mary. And Mary brings up the subject about these people disappearing. So they go and investigate, the 4 of them. And they meet a Yeti. And this Yeti's eating someone's hand. Then the Yeti infects the farmer. The farmer's name is Greg. He turns into a Yeti. Mary and the Doctor and Jessie go back to the TARDIS. And the Doctor comes up with an antidote. So he heads down there to try and stop the Yeti. But then the Yeti infects the Doctor. The Doctor, now infected and now a Yeti, it's up to Jessie to save the day. She injects the needle into the Doctor and he's no longer a Yeti. Episode 4. The Doctor and Jessie land on a planet covered in plants. The Doctor bumps into this man, and this man is kind of a little weird. He's acting a little creepy. He's asking if the Doctor wants to buy a plant, and this plant nearly attacks the Doctor. It looks like these plants have a mind of their own. The Doctor then wanders around trying to find out what's going on. Jessie goes off on her own adventure, and the Doctor, he goes back to the TARDIS and invents something to stop the plants. But then he's captured, and it's up to his companion to save the day. Then they get in the TARDIS and are about to leave when Ben, the old Doctor's companion, shoots the TARDIS down. Episode 4 ends like this. Episode 5 was never finished. We started filming and we filmed about a minute long. We didn't really do much. It's more of a mini episode than a full-length episode. The TARDIS is crashing, the end. That's all we filmed. The movie, which will come out October, November, somewhere in between, is a sequel to the series. The film will begin with the TARDIS crashing. The film will also begin with the TARDIS looking like this. But don't worry, we are going to change it. We're actually building a proper police box, and we're going to have the Doctor fix the chameleon circuit. So in the film, the movie does begin with the TARDIS looking like this, and a few of you guys might stop watching because you think it looks stupid, but don't worry, we are currently building a police box, and the Doctor does fix the chameleon circuit, and it does go back to looking like a police box. So don't worry. Don't worry. Don't suddenly exit the video because the film is about an hour long, and it's really good. I've heard it's really good. I don't want to judge because it's my film. I don't want to say it's really good. I want to hear what you guys think. The movie will be coming out, like I said, the end of October, early November. So hopefully you guys will enjoy. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you guys soon.